Hello, good morning and welcome to the first business bulletin for the day. My name is Sandra Isanamafeno and we start, and government is set to introduce stimulus packages for businesses and companies under the flagship One District, One Factory program. Potential beneficiaries will enjoy tax exemptions on imported equipment and raw materials in addition to a 5-year tax holiday. Our Interior has more.
Government says implementation of the One District, One Factory program has received support from local and international businesses. Springs and Bowls Company exports about 80% of its products across the West African sub-region, with potential to create more jobs. It is sited at Asokwa, once a prime industrial zone in Ghana and home to Kumasi Brewery, Coca Bottling Company, among others. Mr. Chematin is unhappy as Asokwa's glorious industrial past is now a pale shadow.
I'm a Kumasi boy, so I can attest to this. As I'm sure you are all aware, this particular community used to be one of the prime industrial zones in the whole country. This is where the Kumasi Brewery was situated, Coca Bottling Company, and many other industries. Today, this constituency, this community is a sad reflection of what it used to be in terms of industrial development. We want to bring back life into this community.
Springs and Bowls Company stimulus package includes access to nation builders corps personnel at no cost, in line with government's policy to inject life back into Asokwa.
From now onwards, this company can bring in machinery, equipment without paying any duty and any charges. You recall he talked about the fact that if he gets the right level of financial support, that he can bring in equipment that will dramatically change his production. As a One District, One Factory enterprise, he can now have access to NAPCO staff, as many as he wants, and that will relieve him of the burden of finding money to pay these workers. He would also have access to that.
President Akufo-Addo is happy at local and foreign response One District, One Factory has received. Speaking at the inauguration of the company, he said some local banks have pledged 2.5 billion Ghana cedis to support the program.
The implementation of the 1D1F program has received significant support from the business community, as well as from both local and international financial institutions. As a show of support to the initiative, some local banks have pledged 2.5 billion cedis, whilst leading financial institutions from the United Kingdom, United States, and China have pledged over 700 million United States dollars in credit lines to be assessed by business promoters.
From Kumasi for JoyNews, Interior reports.
Now, vegetable farmers at Asichari say inconsistent rainfalls has affected their farms, pushing cost of production high. Karen Dodu was there and reports farmers want a well-coordinated irrigation system to drive down cost.
Idris Tule is a vegetable farmer for 35 years. He recalls the good old days when he made enough money and remitted relatives back home. Now the story has changed. With so many challenges facing farming here in Asichari, Idris spends a chunk of what he earns to support his business. Since the rains have failed him, Idris tells me pumping water to irrigate his farm is costing him a lot.
Farming is very lucrative, but in order to make profits, you have to invest. I will soon turn off the pumping machine. I cannot afford to pump water the whole day. It is too costly.
So in a week, Idris spends 200 Ghana cedis on irrigation of his farm. Now that means he spends 2,400 cedis in total at the end of the season. Now that the season is not so good and Idris makes only 4,000 cedis, meaning that he only gets 1,600 cedis at the end of his sale. So this right here is an okra plant. Now you can see from how dry this plant is. It's the same with the ground. The ground is thirsty for water. Now because of that, Idris is unable to plant because he cannot tell if what he plants would really grow. After several weeks of back-breaking work, Idris and his wife Amina gather some okra to sell. For all the time and investment, Amina says the returns are disappointing.
Today, the women paid only 40 cedis for a basket of okra. We sold 5 baskets, but I'm sure we could have made more out of that.
Growing older by the day, Idris believes that his farming days are numbered. His number one fear is that farming in Esutuari would soon be a thing of the past, as the youth are shunning it as it pays little.
I feel crown na yakaka. Na tumindu baby, unam kwam crown and to that bagin to crown pet.
When there is a bumper harvest, we are sometimes forced to dash out some of the vegetables because we have no one to buy them. We run at a loss when we do that. Because of this, the youth are discouraged to practice farming as they feel there is nothing in it for them.
Moro agrees with his father. Although he helps his parents on their farm, he says his dream is to become a medical doctor someday. He tells me that most youth in the town eventually migrate to Accra to escape farming.
Some are masons, some hairdressers. These professions are less stressful, unlike farming, which is labor intensive. It also requires a lot of capital investment, but the returns are little.
So I asked what they think government can do to help.
Irrigation is sometimes a problem. A dam will help us a lot. If we had a food processing factory around, maybe we wouldn't lose so much.
Interesting report by Karen Dodo. And moving on, managers of Odutobri Rural Bank have realized plans to develop a mobile application to enable credit transfer, not only restricted to account holders, but also among other banks. This will also enable transfer of funds from the rural bank to other commercial banks on the same platform. Prince Apia has the details.
During the 2017 financial year, deposits increased by 22.26%. Investment in treasury bills and other short-term securities also recorded an increase of 23.4%. The bank during the period extended total loans and overdraft facilities of 31,179,000 Ghana cedis to customers, a 25.48% increase from previous year. The 2017 annual report revealed the increases were due to intensified mobilization coupled with growing public confidence in the bank's operations. To sustain the gains, CEO Mr. Siaka Ahmed has been speaking to Law Business about the innovations to achieve this.
We are looking at developing a mobile app that will help you to transfer money from one account to another in our bank and outside our bank, so that when you are even with us, you can transfer money to any universal bank, any rural bank in Ghana, provided they will be on the same platform. So that's what we want to do now. We are also looking at one-stop shop. So we are looking at doing insurance, bank assurance. We look at child education, investment for our customers. At the same time, we look at funeral prime. Look at where you are. The reason is that, you see, I was talking about one-stop shop. Somebody will come to your bank, you want an insurance policy. You have to move money from the bank to do insurance. But when you have that one there, the money will remain with us, so that you only transfer from one account to the other. And the issue of mobile, now mobile banking is the order of the day. So if you don't give your clients the opportunity to do that, they also move to other banks who are doing those offering those services.
Nana Fusu Kwajiabri II is Omahene of Jakobu traditional area. He has been asking persons he described as detractors of the bank to channel their efforts in helping to build the rural bank.
About 35 years
Often, we hear some people I call detractors want to bring down the bank because the manager is strict with financial practices and will not allow any misappropriation of funds. Some people, especially those owing the bank, and some bankers themselves want to tarnish the image of the manager and the bank. This is very serious because even the big commercial banks are collapsing, and we have managed this bank for close to 35 years. So why bring it down? I've always pleaded with them to be careful with their utterances and actions. Meanwhile, the bank is waiting for approval from the Bank of Ghana to construct other banks and branches outside the Shanti region. Chris Apia reporting.
Well, that's all for business this morning. There's more business news at 12:30. My name is Sandra Isenamapeno.